Monday, and I have a question for you. We're going into the second quarter of 2019, and how would you like to get more done, feel more fulfilled, and light your soul on fire? Well, I know you would. So my name is Susan Sly. I'm a best-selling author, speaker, entrepreneur, tech investor, and I do these Bulletproof Mondays to serve people just like you, people who want more in life. You want to become stronger, you want to get better, you want to live a ridiculously fulfilling life. So on today's Bulletproof Monday, we're talking about how to get more done. We're going to talk about the habits of super achievers, the people who, you might see them on social media. You might see them, out there in the world, and they're getting so many things done. How do they physically do it? Well, we're going to talk about all of that. And I want to welcome those of you who tune in every single Monday. I see Jessica and Kim. I know Bruce is here, Hadass, and all of the amazing people. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome to you. I do these live every Monday at 2 Pacific. If you are listening on iTunes, I want to do a special welcome to you as well, because I know this travels all over the world. So wherever in the world you are, thanks for being here. So couple quick things as we get into today's training. It's this whole concept of, it's spring, and hopefully where you live, it's feeling like spring. I know here in Scottsdale, Arizona, it's definitely feeling like spring. It's beautiful out, but wherever you are in the world, I hope, you're getting that feeling, and spring is here, and it's like, oh, fresh beginnings. I want to clean out, my closets. I want to, take a new class. I want to do something new. And there's always that sense in the spring of this time for new beginnings. And, here's the thing that I always say: if you want to achieve something you've never achieved, you have to become someone you've never become. Right? And so if you want to achieve something in this quarter you've never achieved before, who do you need to become in order to achieve it? So I'm going to take you through some questions. I'm going to take you through 3 key things that can help you achieve more, become more productive, light your soul on fire, feel amazing. And we're going to accomplish all of this in about 15 minutes. So I would invite you to grab a pen, grab a notebook, do whatever you need to do so you can really enjoy this training and get the most out of it. A couple quick announcements. The first thing is this: I have an event coming up, only 4 days, and this is my new signature event. It combines the digital aspect of what you need to do to market your business, things like YouTube optimization, Instagram, Facebook, funnel building, all of it, writing copy, and the mindset required to really build a business. So I have Brennan Egernoff is coming. Brennan is so cool. He's been featured in Forbes, Fortune. Brennan was a millionaire by the age of 16. He's now 18 now. I know he's old. So Brennan managed to build an apparel empire part-time while he was in school. He ended up hiring his friend's mom. Super cool story. So Brennan's going to be here. Dennis is the global Facebook expert. He's the one that CNN calls, Fox calls. He has very, very high-end clients with massive multi-million-dollar budgets, and he's going to teach you how to optimize Facebook, whether your budget is free, $1 a day, whatever it is. It's going to be amazing. Kieran O'Brien is coming. Kieran has retainer clients that he does their Instagram for them, and multi-million-dollar clients, and he flies all over the world. He is 19 years old. I'm going to be training NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. We're going to have Jeff Cox. He's going to walk you through what it's like to do a legitimate bona fide startup. It's going to be incredible. Now, the bad news is all my VIP tickets are gone. So if you wanted to have your videos and photos done and all that stuff, there's no more of those tickets, unfortunately. There are general session tickets, so check it out at only4days.com. And so that's all the announcements that I have. Let's get started. So a couple questions for you. First thing is, and I have the notes. So the first thing is, what do you want to achieve this quarter? Okay, I want you to think about this. So what do you want to achieve this quarter in your business life, in your personal life? And do you have it written down? What is that thing that if you could achieve it, it would totally light your soul on fire? Okay. And it doesn't matter. You don't have to justify it. If I was just talking to a friend of mine, a multi-millionaire, and he's like, Susan, what gets you up in the morning? He goes, because I kind of have this amount in my mind, and when I hit that amount, I'm just going to fly fish all the time. And he's like, you're not like that. He's like, you're this person who, when you hit a goal, you achieve it, and then you set a new goal. And that's exactly what I'm like. So I'm always thinking, what would light my soul on fire? What is it I want to achieve? What would be amazing? And so do you guys want to hear something? Or maybe don't, maybe do, I don't know. So I just finished yesterday, I finished up a certification course from MIT in AI and machine learning. And it was like 12 extra hours a week. And guys, between kids and, businesses and life, and, I've been a little under the weather, and I'm like, where am I going to find 12 extra hours a week? But when there's something we want bad enough, we will always make the time to do it. So there I was, I was doing my MIT work at night. I was doing it on weekends. I said to my kids, mommy is going to get the certification from MIT. Super important. It's something that was essential to me in my business with Radius as the president of that company. And so I found the time to do it. And, there I was, like yesterday, I was writing this big final essay and, doing all that stuff. And the reason I mention it is because when I started in January, one of the things I said that was going to light my soul on fire was really immersing myself in artificial intelligence, in machine learning, understanding it, looking at edge processing, cloud processing. I don't want to bore all of you. It's exciting to me, but that was what was going to light my soul on fire. And so my question for you is, whatever it is that's going to light your soul on fire, is there a skill you need to learn? Is there something, a course you need to take? Is there, what is it that is going to assist you in really achieving the goal? Not just yet one more thing that you kind of talk about doing and you don't get done. Do you need to hire a coach? What is it? And you may not know exactly what it is yet, but once you decide what it is, figure out a way that you're going to get supported in order to achieve your goal. So if you have a business, like Jessica has a consulting business, and she wants to scale that business, maybe is there something she needs to learn? Does she need to learn how to do Facebook traffic? Does she need to learn how to do Instagram traffic? Does she need to learn how to run ads on LinkedIn? Maybe she has to learn how to do like old school radio ads. I don't know. Maybe there's something she needs to learn. So I decided that yesterday, so I'm like, okay, I completed the MIT thing. Now what's the next thing that's going to light my soul on fire? So I decided we're going to take a family vacation. We're going to go to Israel. I've never been to Israel. It's on my vision board. I want to go to Israel. So I booked the flights yesterday. I booked the hotels, and I'm like, I'm going to learn Hebrew. So this morning when I was working out, I'm in my office at home, and I'm literally watching YouTube videos of Hebrew. So shalom, everyone. Because when I did my 23andMe, I found out I was part Jewish. How cool is that? And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to learn Hebrew. Now, I'm not saying that by the time we go to Israel that I'm going to be fluent in Hebrew by any stretch of the imagination, but it's like setting that goal for myself, lighting my soul on fire, doing something that's just for me. Some of you set goals and it's beautiful. They're going to help a lot of people. They're going to serve a lot of people. And, when you're at your lowest point in your energy and you're really tired, sometimes those goals can go out to out the window. If you can relate, just give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can relate to that. So I want you to think about that. This is something that is for you. It lights your soul on fire. It gets you up in the morning. It gets you excited. It's a personal accomplishment. It's something that if you achieve it, it might just change your life. It might not change your life, but either way, you're going to be a better person. You might be a smarter person, whatever it is for you. And I want you to write something down right now. So you've got this personal thing. Mine is learning Hebrew, going to Israel. Then you've got a business thing. So one of the things I want to accomplish in Q1, I wanted to finish the Radius pre-Series A funding round. And my business partner, Jeff Cox, and I, literally, we finished it about a week ago. So yay, multiple $1 million pre-Series A round. And we actually extended the round and because there were people who wanted to invest who didn't get into the round. So now I've got this business goal with that business in this next round that I want to get our first contracts coming in this next round. So on Friday, I was in meetings all day talking to potential people we might do contracts with. And I said to our team, this is what I'm going to get done this quarter. And it's going to light my soul on fire. It's going to help a lot of people. Does that make sense? So I do this in every business I have. And it's not like 50 goals. It's like one thing this quarter. If I could achieve it, it's going to light my soul on fire. It's going to fire me up. It's going to be amazing. And the other thing I'm going to say to you is sometimes we have a problem with goal setting. We set goals that are so big, we know we're not going to achieve them because it just sets us up to fail, and that reaffirms our own lack of self-esteem. Does that make sense? So how often have you set this goal? It's like, oh, I'm gonna, if you're in direct sales, I'm gonna rank advance 5 times this quarter. You might, I don't know, but unless there's a part of you that really believes in your heart you can do it, you're setting yourself up to fail. And then you don't achieve it, and you look in the mirror and you're like, I'm a loser. What's wrong with me? Why don't I ever get ahead? How many of you can relate to what I'm saying? So when you're setting this goal that's going to light your soul on fire, it's not just going to be a goal. You're going to have a plan. I wasn't like, oh, I want to learn more about machine learning and AI, but I didn't have a plan. I registered for the MIT course. I scheduled the time to do it, and I did it. It's the same thing. I have my time scheduled to learn Hebrew, and you guys can hold me accountable on that. And I schedule the time, and I'm doing it, and it's going to light my soul on fire, because when I go to Israel, I'm not going to be one of those tourists who can't speak a word of Hebrew. Like, I know a lot of people speak English there, but I'm just using it as an example. So as you get into this, you just are going to figure out a way to do it. And I want to give you 3 tips today to really optimize yourself, to set you up for success so that you can achieve the goal. And then, when we're having this conversation at the end of June, you're like, yes, Susan, I achieved it. I remember back on April 1st, April Fool's Day, when everyone was posting just nonsense on social media, I was learning on Bulletproof Monday, and I was taking notes, and I was on fire and unstoppable. And I decided I wasn't going to waste time anymore, and my life was too short, and I was going to get out there, and I was really going to achieve. That's what I want for you. Okay, so let me go into these 3 tips super quick. So number 1 is, when there's something we want to achieve, we will make time for it. You've got to make time for it. Okay, and so I use a paper day planner, old school. I don't get royalties from this, but I use the let me see if I can get it for you. It's, I don't know. It's from Dayminder, the GC 520. And this one, it gives you your whole week at a glance. Okay. And people say, well, Susan, why is it you use a paper day planner? Well, I have an online calendar as well, but if you're ever audited, and I put thousands of people all over the world through my organization class, Organize Your Life. I'm teaching the next one in September. If you're ever audited, you have to prove as a business owner you're doing 45 minutes a day of income producing activity. So just know that writing it down is really, really going to help. So if there's something that you want to accomplish, you need to schedule the time for it. So if Kim wants to grow her coaching business, and I know she does, and let's say she says, well, whatever I made in Q1, I want to do 3 times that in Q2. She needs to schedule time to prospect for new clients, to be following up with prospects, to do her 15-minute free coaching session, to do all those things so she can triple her revenue goal. Does that make sense, everyone? So you've got to schedule it in, whatever it is. So in my planner, I have time just for Radius. I have time just for Agency 8, which is my digital marketing agency where I love to serve clients and empower them. Some of you are clients with my agency. I have time just for my direct sales business. So I have specific times that I do specific things, because I can't sit there and go, I want to make more money this quarter, and I didn't put the time in to do it. That's just crazy. It's a pipe dream, right? So schedule the time in. If you want to change your body, if you want to get leaner, you want to get fitter, you have to schedule that time in. So, one of the things someone asked me today was, do you schedule in your workouts? I'm like, you better believe I schedule in my workouts. Some days I work, like this morning, I was out running at, it was 6:30 with my husband. We were running 5K. And then I came in my office studying Hebrew, doing weights. And then I'm going for a yoga class with my daughter today. Today I have the luxury of doing 2 workouts because I'm on a flight tomorrow morning. I have to get up at 3:30 in the morning because I'm on a flight flying to Canada. And so, you do what you need to do, right? So I do schedule my workouts in even when I'm traveling. What someone said, well, do you schedule in your meal planning? Yes, on Sundays I schedule in my meal planning because I can't be 46 years old and being like, I want to be healthy, but I'm not planning my meals and I'm not, planning that time to go to the grocery store and do all those things. I have time scheduled with my kids. I can't say I want to be a better mom. Like, as I said today, going for yoga with Avery, my 22-year-old, because I make sure I schedule time in. Last week I took Emmy to Wonder Park, I think that movie, scheduling time in, she's my 9-year-old, with all my kids individually, scheduling time with my husband, having those dates. I can't say I want to be a great wife, I want to be a great mom if I'm not willing to invest the time. Does that make sense, everybody? Hopefully it does. So I have a little surprise for you. So hey, it's great to see Anne and Teresa. So this was in yesterday's New York Times. Okay, I just need to, there it goes. It's time to feel as though you've eaten fire. So Robin Arzón, she is a teacher for Peloton. And in this article, she goes through her whole schedule for a week. So I'm just going to read you. She is the vice president of Peloton. So I have a Peloton bike, and I love this girl's classes. She is like in your face, direct. She also has type 1 diabetes. Hello. So I'm going to read you a little bit of her schedule. So 6 a.m. she wakes up, she has an H2O cocktail with room temperature water, sea salt, lemon, apple cider vinegar, and that's how she starts her day, doesn't drink coffee. Then at 6:30 a.m. she meditates. Let me know if this sounds like anyone else you know, me included. 7 a.m. then she, is drinking some tea. She spends 90 minutes on emails, reviewing her schedules, getting the most important messages out. And then she's researching playlists. Then 8 a.m. she has her 17 ingredient smoothie. It has vegan protein powder, magnesium, greens, aloe, chlorophyll, glutamine, BCAAs, fresh kale, spinach, matcha powder, baobab, maca. I won't go into all of it. 8:50 she's picking out her looks for the day because she's on camera all day long. 9 a.m. she's a vegan, so she brings with her, she's headed downtown in New York. She's bringing bars and all sorts of different things with her. Then at 9:30, she does her own workout at a private training facility. I dedicate 5 to 7 hours a week to strength condition my body. And then at 10:30, she's getting her hair done. 11 a.m., weekly staff meeting. 1:40, she's back at her house choosing her next workout because she's, for Peloton, she teaches 2 to 3 times a day. Plus, she does her own workout, researches music, checks her blood sugar, has dinner, quick second shower. At 8 p.m. she's watching The Bachelor unapologetically because she's mentally and spiritually drained. And I'm watching The Americans right now because by the time I've been on camera, just so you know, with these lives, generally speaking, in 1 week, I'm getting 10,000 plus people watching me on camera. Then there's thousands of people who are listening to the audios and doing all this stuff. By Monday night, I am drained. I'm going to teach after I go to yoga. I have to come back, put all my makeup on again. I teach a class for 100 fired up entrepreneurs at 5:30 tonight. I have to be up at 3:30 in the morning. I'm going to be in bed by 8:30. Before I do that, I'm literally going to watch 20 minutes of The Americans with my husband. It's just what you do. Anyway, that's part of her day. So my day starts at 4:30 to 5 in the morning. I get up, make some black coffee, I meditate, I pray. Then I go in my office, I write, I create. That's when I'm the most creative for the day. Then I, coming out, snuggle with Emery, I'm doing hair, connecting with my kids, head out, do a quick run, get the kids off to school, do weights, return emails, learning Hebrew. Then it's time, hair, makeup, head into my physical office, work, Zoom, call. Then, kid pickup usually around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Run them to all their different things they've got going on. We don't use nannies. Often I'm on a Zoom again. Then we sit down for dinner as a family. Right now as a family, we're working through a 30-day challenge. We're all detoxing from something negative in our lives. So I pick no complaining for 30 days. My husband's going off alcohol. Not that he drinks a lot, but he's having no alcohol for 30 days. Everyone chose something in our family that we're doing. So we're every night at dinner, we're going through this. How's it going? What's the focus of the day? so on and so forth. And, you know, by the time I do all that, then, you know, it's in bed with fiction, or I'm watching something on Netflix, because I do need to detox myself. Then I do some NLP on myself, and then I go to bed between 8:30 and 9. I used to be this person who was like, I'll sleep when I die. I changed that. Now it's like 8 hours of sleep for me to be functional, for me to serve, for me to give, for me to be healthy, right? And so wash, rinse, repeat. And so I need you to think about that, because this leads me to my second point. With the right amount of energy, you can do everything. Energy, write this down, is the biggest commodity you have. If you don't have energy, how are you supposed to do anything? And when you have energy, you can do anything. You can do absolutely anything. So how do you get energy? It's the nutrition you put in your body. If you put junk in, it's junk out. You know, you need a lot of green foods every day, tons of water, at least a gallon of water I drink every single day. Tons of vitamins. I do at least 2 vegan protein shakes a day, plus bars and nuts, and like the list goes on and on. I'm always eating. I was in a meeting Friday. It was so funny. It was me and like 10 guys, and none of them are eating, and some of them had soda and coffee like during the meeting, and I'm like eating. I'm eating nuts, I'm eating bars, I'm like literally, and they're all looking at me, and I'm like the tiniest one there, constantly. Sleep, I'm not going to kid you. You're not going to achieve your goals, making more money, having the healthy body. To get a lean body, you need to sleep 8 hours a night. It is not up for negotiation. So how do you get sleep? You begin to back off your technology an hour before you want to sleep. You know, great things like a calcium supplement, magnesium, especially for women, about 30 minutes before you want to go to bed. Some people like melatonin, chamomile, that kind of thing. You need your sleep. Sleep is the biggest commodity. Energy, sorry, is the biggest commodity. The way you get energy is sleep. Sleep is the new social status. I don't care what kind of handbag you have. I care about what your energy is like, how we're going to do business. And that all comes down to sleep, nutrition. Get your exercise in 6 days a week. Most of us are sedentary these days. You need to be moving your body for at least 45 minutes to an hour every single day. I don't care if you're out there power walking, if you're running, if you're cycling, move your freaking body. Meditation and prayer. You need to get the stuff out of here and get it out. And meditation is when you're listening. Prayer is when you're talking. And if you've never prayed and you've never meditated, don't worry about being perfect. Just, you know, go into silence and be like, God, you know, I feel like an idiot for what I did today, blah, blah, blah. Just talk and then shut up and just listen. That's the meditation. It's not complicated. Don't worry about being perfect. Digital detox. Once a week, you've got to take time where you turn your phone off. Get away from screens, live your life, be present to the people you love. That is going to help you tremendously. I do that every Sunday. And the last thing is that, you know, really and truly, as I mentioned, you've got to have a schedule that's conducive to what you say you want this quarter. So I want to see your goals. I read every Monday right after Bulletproof. I read all of your comments. I engage with you. I want to know what your goals are this quarter. I want you to be bold. I don't want you to worry about your ambition. I want you to put yourself out there. Know that you're not serving anyone by playing small. And my question for you is there something you need to give up in order to get what you want? Maybe you've been gossipy, maybe you've been judgmental, maybe you've been apathetic, maybe you've been complaining. I don't know what it is. What do you need to give up to get what you want, and what is it that you want to achieve? With that, as I said, I would love to see you in Scottsdale, April 25th to 28th. It is going to change your life. All day long, you're going to be working, you're going to be creating, and then at night, go for food, go to the spa, do something, get a little work vacation, enjoy the beautiful Scottsdale sunshine. It's absolutely amazing here. Learn from Dennis Yu, from myself, Kieran O'Brien, Brennan Agradoff, Jeff Cox, Diana Frerick, Riel Andrews. Learn from all of us, Todd Boffo, JJ Burden, Stephanie Blackbird. It is going to be so amazing. So check it out, only4days.com. If you have a question about anything, go to susansly.com. Hit a little button. We have a chat bot on there. We will get your questions answered. We would love to see you there. And I'll give you a coupon code. If you want $100 off a ticket, it's Susan, capital S, 100, Susan 100. And I'll get you $100 off the ticket. So with that, God bless. I would love to see you in only 4 days. If this has been amazing, I would love for you to share it. Again, I'm going to go in and read all your comments right now. Bye, everyone.